And we're back, Conflicting Dynasties. We've been off for a couple weeks, but here we got new videos. We got a match here of Phoenix with Badmojojojo on the left and Crab with Kiramode on the right.
Kira's got crabs!
That's why we were out for 2 weeks.
Got it all cleared up, ready to beat down.
Alright, so there's two basic variants of crab decks. There's sacrifice crabs and there's dishonor crabs. You can kind of mix them a little bit, but that's generally the direction you're going. This is more of a sacrifice control variant, and Phoenix, I think you're just playing all the cards, right?
Yeah, Phoenix is trying out all of the different options. This is the first time I've even seen some of the cards. Yeah. So we did a lot of jump cuts in here to shorten the video from an hour and 20 minutes down to about 45. So it'll be a quicker run through, and my flop was try out the champion and see how well she works.
The champion's really good early game just because you're probably not going to swing at 4 rings right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you threw a Fate. The plan with Crab is you want to isolate, because Way of the Crab is your #1 card. You want to isolate big dudes, or at least get a board state where there's no like scrubs that can soak up the claim. So, but you have to sacrifice a crab guy. So I have the Caillou Envoy in my provinces. So it's very important for what I'm trying to do here that he be in a position where you're staring down just him and your clan champ.
Yeah, I made a mistake right off the bat playing the clan champ first, going against Crab. Because Way of the Crab exists, you never want to have a solo clan champ out there, or any high-cost card. You're going to lose on the trade-off for the Fate exchange.
Yeah, now you did get initiative, right? So you could play the champ and then go with other stuff, but...
Well, if I did that, though, you could respond with the crab or Way of the Crab, and then ouch.
So I as far as I remember, I had Way of the Crab in my opening hand because that's the only reason.
Oh, why didn't you play it?
Well, you have a scrub to soak it up. So I threw a Fate on the Caillou Envoy. So the only way that makes sense is if...
Oh, because Way of the Crab requires you to sacrifice a guy. Okay, so it wasn't that big of a mistake.
So I think the move was like you wait until the Fate kills off your scrub, because I'm going to get initiative next turn because you went first, and then pick them off. You could deal with my board. Like going first, the value is that right there where you can just swing in for Void and just soak off resources.
Defend the Wall is a pretty good crab-specific card.
If you want to defend, right? So the Honor Crab loves that. This version of Crab, not so
all
much.
The crabs like to defend. That's their strongest point. Their feature.
In this deck, I think you attack more than you defend. You defend just enough to force out cards.
Yeah, you won this game off of defense.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make key defenses. I think the most important part for Crab is you need the this what's it called? Their holding that shifts around, because that allows you to play offense, and like you can just move the fortified what's it called? Defenses just to give you +2 defense, prevent province breaks, and allow you to just keep being aggressive.
Man, this court games is going to be in every deck.
Yeah, it's like Way of the Crane.
Way of the Crane and Bonsai is just going to be everywhere.
So the key here is like, so Serene Warrior is a Phoenix card that has 4 glory, and so you playing court games here in order to break the province means you're not playing it later to beef up a guy like that.
Yeah,
and that's really what crabs are about, right? Like the Caillou Envoy goes to block. There's no intention of winning there. It's just you block, you give him a +1 through the stronghold, and then see what pumps you burn, right? Hopefully you burn a big one, and you burn one of your big ones.
And here's the way for the Phoenix.
Yeah, Way of the Phoenix is a pretty dope card. I don't know what you're trying to prevent here, though.
I think I might have burned it too early. I probably should have held on to it for the next round.
Yeah, my guess is, like you said, fire. That would make sense. Like, you don't want your champ getting dishonored, but like none of those
once you get that honor
valuable
on there, want to keep her around.
I think if you have, or better way to use it is, so if you have Way of the Phoenix, maybe you would use it to prevent the Void ring, but then you would go after some other ring.
Elemental Fury swings games.
Yeah, that kind of sucked, but whatever. I mean, it could have been worse,
Whatever.
but yeah, I mean, I think so. My guess is that you said no fire because I probably would have swung fire. If,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I locked out.
and then water ring is just trash here. It's like you untap the Caillou Envoy, he ain't doing anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help you out at this point. With you being able to block, stopping me from breaking 2 provinces every turn, you regain momentum on this second round, I think. And there's the bonsai. God, it's such a heavy-duty beatdown. I don't even know if this is balanced anymore. Out of every game we've played, this is like you have to assume your opponent's going to have it in their hand, and it's a +4 for nothing. There's no way to foresee it or stop it.
Yeah, and Fight Katana's +2, +4 if you manage to stick around for.
See, that seems reasonable, and it's a permanent, but the bonsai is so impactful.
So here's the assassination. So one of the things I don't remember is if I had an assassination at the start of the game.
Yeah, why didn't you play it on the guy earlier?
Yeah, the move would be don't put the fate on the Caillou Envoy, like leave him naked, and then just when your clan champ attacks, say action, assassination, action, weigh the crab. Now your board's gone.
Oh, that sounds like a brutal beatdown.
My guess
I might have scooped if you'd done that because that's so
I think
demoralizing.
My guess is that I probably top decked the assassination in one of the 5 cards that I drew.
Kuroi Mori. Let me know, people, in the comments below if you speak Japanese. I'm pretty sure that means black swamp. My Japanese is rusty.
So it's going again for card draw, and I'm going to be denied again.
I read somewhere online that, now this is through every sports analogy too, but defense wins games. I'm starting to come around to that belief. Because you can't guarantee you'll break a province on an attack, and you might still be able to get the ring, but cock blocking someone from blowing up one of your defenses and taking the ring that they're going after, I think that swings more than popping one of the opponent's provinces.
Well, you still need to break provinces.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate goal of the game, if you're not playing for honor one way or the other. But it seems to be more impactful to disrupt the opponent. If, like, as opposed... So
you get 2 rings here, by the way, so you're...
Oh, yeah, this is such a neat little interrupt effect here.
Fire ring. Fire ring doesn't really do a whole lot here.
And that's why I think I made a mistake with Way of the Phoenix. I should not have chosen fire because I could have triggered it.
The card draw is good, though.
Yep, that's always good.
Because, like, I went for that thing twice, and I lose away the crab off that. That sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man. Like, you go for the ring twice to try to draw cards, and then it's like, nah, you don't get that.
Got your big bad voodoo daddy right out of the hand.
But I do get first action, though.
Oh, of course.
So it's like,
and you've got it all set up, especially with a dishonored guy. You want to go away anyway. That Caillou Envoy leaving play doesn't hurt you in the least. I mean, you almost want that to happen to get the benefits out of it.
Yeah, you get a card draw, you get a fate.
Yeah.
It's great.
He pays for himself, and he replaces the card that you lost.
Well, and also conflict cards are just much stronger than dynasty cards anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Their value is higher.
Yeah, trading out a dynasty card for a conflict card is great.
I wonder if there's going to be something in the future that Fantasy Flight makes it so you can have more than one dynasty card parked on a province.
I would guess not. Just because
it's too powerful?
Well, it just kind of breaks the mechanics of the game.
How so?
Because you're only supposed to have one on each province. Like, part of the game is you pay for a card and a new card replaces it with the whole cyclical whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start stacking on cards, it's not clear how that would work.
Oh, well, here's an example. Let's say they have a holding that says the holding's ability allows you to have a face-down or face-up card there on top of the holding. So you have a holding on top of your province and a character on top of that.
Yeah, but then you lose the price of the holding. Like, the holding, the price of having them is that they take up a card slot.
Right, that would be the special ability. You don't want to see that?
That's basically staging grounds. Like, they already made that card, you know.
Huh. So in this situation, you're going to go heavy military because Mister likes to sacrifice and eat other guys like a cannibal to get +3 military strength.
Yeah, and then you got
Looks imposing.
Isawa something, the fire guy. I'm not a fan of that dude just because like his ability's not very good.
All of the Phoenix are very specific to
Well,
rings.
here's the thing. His ability's not good. Even if you took away the fire ring ability, you're focusing a 3-cost guy to get rid of a 2-cost guy. And then you throw in his conditional. That's not great. Like, the only way you're getting value out of him is if you're able to use his ability twice over the course of 2 turns, and even then he's still only even value. Like, unless your opponent heavily invests in their 2-drops or lower.
I think if you can gain control of the ring that he likes, out of 2 rounds, he's totally worth it. But just like the card up on top there of the Dynasty, she requires the Earth Ring, and she's great for her cost for the Earth Ring.
But it's Scholar.
Very specific for the Earth Ring.
So I get first attack, and it looks like I'm just swinging with the Guardsman. That's not the greatest line of play, just because.
Are you scouting here?
Pretty much, but here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with necessarily going in with the Guardsman just to see what the province flip is.
I think this is the weakest of the provinces that we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's trash. Here's the thing, though. So if this guy's going to scout,
right?
I can't play the Berserker, right? I need to play the Unique Girl, the Tomonatsu.
Why can't you play the Berserker?
Well, so the Berserker is really only good on attack.
Oh, you're scouting on the military.
Yeah, so...
Why didn't you scout on political?
He can't swing in political.
Oh,
so
he's got the
it's just one of those
line.
things where if you're going to take that line of play, you need to have the backup option that makes sense.
Yeah.
Playing the 2 military guys makes sense if you go military. But if the plan is to go and scout, then it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have that other guy back because he can't even make an extra attack. Like, if I play the other one, she can at least make a political attack or threaten to defend.
Yeah, you kind of lock yourself down to one lane. I mean, you've got a good military defense, but you leave yourself wide open for any type of political action.
So you end up blocking here, and I mean, you have 3 attack to my 2.
I might have blocked in the wrong way. I think I should have blocked not with the Yojimbo, but the... What's the other guy's name?
Isawa.
Grasp of Earth. Not too bad. And with so many Shigenja in the Phoenix, this card's probably going to see a lot of play.
Yeah, that's just my least favorite type of card, like preventative effects like that. Just because it costs you a resource and a card.
Well, I'd rather see this than too many all-encompassing counterspell type things.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, like, so the Yojimbo, Yojimbo, the girl you got blocking, she just blocks everything. You know, so then you played, like, the Grasp of Earth, but I get action before you get the ability to trigger it.
This is where, as I was playing Grasp of Earth, my thought was, I wish I had played this before conflict started. So I could, as a defender, trigger this first. So that was a mistake on my part. But I spent a lot of time reading these cards since I didn't know what they did before the game started. I edited all of that dead space out so that...
and it looks like you played a court games here to beef up your guy. That's a mistake. You can't play court games during a military conflict, but neither one of us catches it. So
I didn't even notice that. It actually says political?
Yeah, so we just keep playing.
I thought it had the requirement of having a certain character. I read that wrong. What's the one that says a certain character?
The crane.
For shame.
Oh, for shame you just need to have a courtier.
Yeah. Yeah, the keyword courtier.
Alright, so a couple things happen here. So you blocked and gave yourself an honor, so it brings you up to 4 attack. My guys have a total of 4 attack, 8 with the bonsai, right? So the key here is I wanted enough to break the province, you're at 5 attack. So we backtracked a little bit to say, hey, hold on, I'm gonna sack off my little dude to give my other guy +3 attack.
And my thought was, oh, I'm going to try to give him a bonus.
Yeah, and the bonus was good enough to prevent the province break, but
Yeah.
it did
You got
make
the
it
ring.
so you had to bow your province. That's relevant.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt me anyway because I don't have anybody else that can get the increase bonus from the stronghold itself.
The other guy could potentially if he gets honored somehow.
Yeah, but I don't see a way for him to get honored because I don't have any more court gains in my hand.
So, flipping Elemental
Ugh.
Fury.
It just ruins so many plans.
Yeah, because now you're just going to get Air Ring. Because it's like, the Air Ring doesn't really hurt me that much. It just brings me down to 4 honor, but that's more than enough to work with.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, having low honor brings you into low draw range, so I just, like, you low bid this turn too for some reason, so if we play the low bidding game, it doesn't hurt me that much, and then at some point when you want to push the game forward, you can high bid, and then I can start high bidding too.
I hope they introduce some more cards that impact honor deficits so that people will have more deterrence from just bidding low as their only weakness. Yeah, I'm going to go high political. I get the +1 from the Earth Grasp and +2 from the Ornate Fan.
So I take the Borderlands Fortification, just give it a +2. Make it so you got to burn a little bit extra.
That is so overpowered. It's not just an extra, I guess, if I'm
Yeah.
Magnificent Kimono, ooh, +1.
But that's the value of that card, right? So that card, it costs me nothing, right? There's no fate cost to it.
Yep.
I don't have to lose any of my offensive capabilities to use it.
Well, you do lose a slot for characters.
Yeah, but I mean, you're always floating a character anyways. Like, you can typically have
Unless you're
3
playing
slots.
Lion.
But they're a different type of deck entirely,
Yeah.
though. But you had to burn 2 extra cards to get rid of that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the value of having that type of card. Because, like, you didn't spend resources, but you did spend
I didn't break the
cards.
province, though, did I?
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
But you were able to, or did the stronghold get broken?
So the
sorry,
holding,
holding got broken.
but it did its job. It forced you to work harder, gives you less cards in your hand, and
I mean,
you know,
down a province, that's risky.
yeah. I mean, so if I would have played the other girl instead, I can go and make a political attack, and then get a ring. You know,
Yeah, but would you
get some
have done
fate.
that if it would have been the third province?
What do you mean?
Still gone to push your...
No, I'm saying this particular turn.
Oh.
Like,
sorry.
instead of playing the Berserker, if I play Tamanatsu, I'd probably just let you swing in, and then just go swing what's it called? A political attack and go grab a ring.
There's the waterbender from Avatar.
Yeah. He's pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Just direct rip, though, from the TV show.
Because he doesn't require you to actually have the ring. He just says you need to attack the ring. And you're probably going to be attacking Water Ring a lot.
I want to know what that guy's smoking in his pipe.
Smoking
looks
all the
really
cards,
happy.
man.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, Yasugi is really good.
He's in like my top 5 of cards.
Already?
I love that guy. He lets you look at 2 cards.
We should do a top 5 list when all the clans get released.
I mean, I think he's for sure my favorite Dynasty card.
Would you guys like to see, let us know in the comments if you want to see us talk about like a top 5 list once all the clans come out. Or a top 5 of each clan.
Yeah, so at this point you're pushing board pretty hard. Like,
Yeah, I think that I was hoping for some sort of closeout here. I tend to play very risky though, where I'll try to go heavy on defense, and then if I see an opening, swing heavy. The problem is there's too many surprises from the conflict decks that I cannot foresee.
So this here is like one of those, you have to understand what line of play you're taking and play according to it. So if you're going to play a bunch of dudes with no fate, that's fine, right? You're going for the closeout. Draw 5 cards, right? You have the honor. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going for the kill, go for the kill.
Yep.
If you're gonna bid mid to low, then put fate on your guys and like play a more conservative brand of game, you know. But
I didn't
you
think I
can't-
needed the extra cards, thinking that because a lot of the conflict cards that Phoenix has cost a lot of resources, a lot of fate.
Yeah, but you got. I mean, there's a couple rings there that have fate for days.
Manicured Gardens. Such a pretty card. What if that's gonna be the final art?
Yeah, so you use the adept to give a dude stealth and then swing in and then
Covert
oh
allows you to just ignore a defender, but Miyamoto's Fury doesn't care.
yeah. Remote of Fury is great. It just makes it so it's like you don't really have to commit any of your guys to defend.
Now, I think we might have done something wrong there. Because
Why?
does the bonus to my glory allow you to bow him?
Uh,
Miyamoto's Fury, doesn't it say
it
that your glory
yeah,
is less than the number of provinces revealed?
well, so you only have 2 glory, right? You need
So
to
it's the number of glory in the ring, not included with the fate on him, right? Or sorry,
so your
the plus bonus.
so the guy with the fire hands, he has two glory. You can tap your stronghold to give him 2 extra glory and bring him
Bow
up
on
to
the
4.
stronghold will bring it
But
glory
I
up.
get first action as a defender.
Okay,
Right.
so if
So
I
you
had bowed the stronghold before you did the action, Miyamoto's Fury would not have worked.
you don't get that option though, because you can only bow your stronghold during an engagement.
Right.
So I'll always be
But
able
let's
to.
say you didn't make that as your first action for some
Uh,
crazy reason.
well, then I wouldn't defend. you know, like the only reason I'm even throwing a guy in front of this is really just because I wanted to draw the cards. Um,
You didn't care about losing the honor for having
uh,
no defender.
yeah, I mean the honors like whatever. I think I have like he's big enough that he can prevent the province kill. Which I mean I'm like I'm losing enough as is that I'm kind of in survival mode, but I don't really need to necessarily win this engagement.
That is a weird confidence. You don't even need to win the engagement. When you're down 2 provinces already.
Well, so I need to prevent the province breaking, right? So that Miyamoto's Fury does that most of the time. Um, the goal here is I just want to get a better board position. So you only have one guy with Fate, right? So I got the J Testubo. That's going to pull your Fate off your guy. Then I'll have a guy with Fate coming into the next turn, so that'll reset the board. But I need to not have 3 broken provinces, right? Like ideally, I'm able to hold you back.
What other dragon cards do you have in there? Are you just playing the Fury?
3 Furies and 2 Let Goes.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
really just for the Fury.
The Let Goes would be pretty good here, too.
Yeah, I just didn't draw them, but it's like whatever. I mean, you play because Miyamoto's Fury's, I mean, one of, if not the strongest conflict card
Yeah.
that's out there. So
There's
if
a
you
lot
can
of
play it,
bow
you
and
can.
unbow effects. So I don't know how I feel about Fury being in the top 5 or that strong.
Well, it auto bows a guy,
What's your drunken
and
guy
it
do?
costs you only 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for the cost, but it's not a good late game card.
Even late game, I mean, it doesn't bow like Clan Champions. It bows most everything else.
If you got 3 provinces broken and they attack the stronghold, the only thing they would have to have anything more than 1 glory. You wouldn't be able to bow them.
If someone attacks your stronghold, you've already lost the game.
That's
You know,
not true.
like I'd say like most of our games when we play, we don't even look at what the stronghold is because it's already over by the time that the attack's been declared on it.
Know the world. This has been revealed for a long time coming now. This was revealed with like the first clan set.
I don't remember when, but it's been around. It's just like it makes more sense within the context of Phoenix because like you have your solemn scholars who they have the ability to auto bow people if you have the Earth Ring claim. So just by declaring that, it means that I can't make an attack because
Yep.
then they just bow and it doesn't cost anything to bow
I
them.
should have put fate on these guys. I don't know why I didn't do that. I didn't think that their power was that strong for being a 1 cost, but
Yeah. So I think what you
we're
should have
learning how
done
to
is
play
you
the
should have
deck.
you should have waited until I attacked before you use Know the World because I'm probably not swinging in Earth. I don't think. So then if I don't swing Earth, now you can trigger that
you mean as
that
like a
move.
defensive first action?
Yeah, just to see if I attack, like see how I
Oh, that's a
react to
neat
the
trick. Okay.
situation, you know.
Ah,
Because
shameful
you
display.
played Know the World before I declared any attack, so you gave me information and say, okay, well, I guess I'm not attacking. I guess I'm just going to try to hold it down for a little bit.
See, you disgrace one of them, dishonor, and your guy is now plus. What does he got? One glory.
I think she has two. It doesn't matter. I mean, swinging in a shameful display was probably a bad move.
Well, I didn't really have any other option if I wanted to break any of your provinces.
Well, I don't think you swing in to break. I think you just swing in to force me to block. Because your guys only have one attack each, so you're not really breaking much of anything.
Well, that's the thing is I had the bonsai, which would have easily broken shameful display, but it wouldn't break your 6 defense with the holding on it.
Well, but you're not breaking either one of them if I block. Right? If I block with anything, you're not breaking it. So in that case,
Well, the thing is that if I'm attacking and you're blocking, then you're not going to attack with that girl.
well, I already can't attack. I think I'm out of options.
Well, you couldn't attack because I had done Know the World to
Yeah.
stop
So
you from attacking with the
yeah,
battle function.
attacking is now off the table the moment that you have that Earth Ring.
So I might as well do something with these two.
The initiate.
Yeah, I played this because this made me think, oh, if he doesn't have enough pumps, then I can actually break the province. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to matter how many conflict cards I have. You always have more. Or the better ones.
Yeah, I just try to be as conservative with conflict cards as I can. Like the Miyamoto's Fury is like one of those cards that if I'm not bowing a guy for at least like 5 strength, I try not to even use it.
I didn't even win the ring here, did I?
No, because you didn't send enough. Like you sent scrubs. I think me getting honored was huge, and that's why you should attack Manicured Gardens. I'd already burned the ability to gain the fate, so if you attack it, I'm not getting that honor bonus. And if I don't get the honor bonus and you don't get that dishonor, then you're getting the ring, and then you can void out my shrewd Yakuza.
You should be at still at 5 though, because you would have gotten a -1 for not having a defender at the end of the conflict.
Yes, I think we go back as far as I remember, where we're like, oh wait, yeah, if you sack the girl, you don't have a defender anymore. So
Yeah, rewind.
well, also I probably shouldn't have sacked her anyways, because like who do you have out there that's a non-unique that I want back at the top of your deck?
Yeah.
I don't want to see the scholars back because they can auto bow guys.
Yep.
I don't want to see the waves guy back.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he did this, which is why we took it back. And then you gained 1 for her leaving play.
Yeah.
And I netted 0. Because I had 1 honored and 1 dishonored.
Yeah, but all your guys are gone.
Yeah, losing that void ring gave you better board state with
so if
the
you
drunken
if you win the
master.
board, if you win the void ring, then we're both at 0.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have any guys.
Actually, I would have been in a better position with an extra 3 fate.
Well, extra 3 fate and 2 provinces to 1.
Yep.
So
But this is huge, man. Having that extra go with the Jade Tetsubo.
yeah.
Ugh.
And he has an Ornate fan on him too. So he's just a 4/4 with an awesome ability.
2 awesome abilities because you can bow the attachment.
Yeah. You bow the attachments that like now you can't really invest too much fate in a guy just because the fate, I mean, you keep the fate, like it goes back to your pool, but you can't bank on any particular person sticking around for too long knowing that I can just block with this guy and then push the fate off of him.
One of the reasons I wish there was another champion search is it would allow you to maybe play it as an additional fate. I want to see more ways to gain fate while the character is already on the board. They go away so, I mean, almost even if you add fate to them, the void ring is just going to knock them out in 1 or 2 turns.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever lasts more than 2 turns in any of these games.
Never. Well, so like when I try to evaluate like how much value a card can get me, I look at like what are their stat, like what's their primary stat, and then how much value can you pump out of an ability, and then also how many turns can the guy live. So I just assume that no one will ever live more than 2 turns, right? So even if you put like 2 Fate on a guy, he's going to get Void Ringed in one of the 2 turns. So he's only going to give you production for 2 turns. So like of 2 turns of using his ability and of 2 turns of stats, how much value can you extract out of somebody?
This is the most expensive unit you've played this game. He's a 4 cost, right?
He's great. Like he's so easy to get value out of because so he's 4, his main stats 3.
Yeah.
It's a little weak, but he gets you a Fate. So him being able to get you a Fate during conflicts makes him effectively 3. So 3 for 3 Fates, also not great, but you throw a Fate on him, now he's producing 2 Fate over the course of 2 turns, so he effectively costs you 3. He produces 3 for you twice, so he's producing 6. And at that point, he's really good. And then he also has Covert, which is a really good ability as well.
Yeah, the clan champ for Phoenix, Sheba, Tori, or whatever her last name is, her first name, surname. I don't think any of the champions really want to come out on turn 1. So I probably should not have played her to start and open the game. She's just they're all so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, unless like you have enough money to get them out. Most of the time you just don't.
That's why maybe turn 2 or 3 champions are great. Because you probably got a Fate or 2 saved up. Or even if you're going second, maybe a champ's not too bad.
Yeah, this is a really good use of Way of the Phoenix.
Yes, you wanted those resources.
Yeah,
you wanted those Fate.
I was planning on attacking the Fire Ring. Now I figured there was a decent chance you had Way of the Phoenix, but that was definitely what I wanted to do.
I top decked it out of the last card I drew.
Yeah, but you drew 4, so you have a pretty good chance to have it. So I didn't want to sell out on that, but yeah, like sometimes you need to attack a certain ring, and it's like crap, just can't do it.
And you coverted the last airbender there, or waterbender.
Well, so the reason I coverted him was you're probably not blocking with the champ, right? You could, but it'd be a little bit of a waste of what that champ's capable of to actually throw her in there. And because like if you throw her in there, she only has 4, so you're gonna lose the conflict anyways. You're gonna get voided out anyways. So like, how valuable is that province? Like you're up 2 provinces to 1. If I break that province, you're only staring down 1 defender, right? Or as far as you know. So you break one of these provinces, you're now in a position to win. So like if I break this, if you come in water and pop a province and you tap down my other defender, that's it, right? Like it's 3-2. Next turn, you can threaten to win, which forces me to play more defensively than I want to, and then you can just grind it down for a victory.
Yeah, I played. I ended up triggering that card since you're gonna blow the province up anyway. I might as well get the extra free card out of it because you had more than enough with the +1 defense.
Yeah, and then I trigger my my one guy to draw some cards, or look at 2, draw 1, put the other one at the bottom. And then
so you choose one of these 2 to void ring out.
Well, so I got to take the action first, right? So like Way the Crab, very necessary.
Yeah, and this kills off one of them, and then you make me pull the token off the other one.
So that neutered because you entered the turn with a pretty big resource advantage. That right there kills it.
Yep.
Right, because you put Fate on each one of these guys, and then like and this is how you play Way of the Crab, right? You need to wait for situations like this where there's 2 big expensive guys, one of them's gone, or you only have 1 guy.
Yeah, Crab probably hates playing against weenie lions.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Crane's bad too. And you can play around it. It's just like if you're always playing around Way of the Crab, you're gonna miss value, right? You're gonna have situations where you don't put Fate on guys you should be putting on because you're constantly afraid of this card.
I do like how the clan champ for Phoenix is able to trigger without any stipulations at the end of the round. She just automatically triggers the last 2.
Which is great. Like you could even like something like water, right? You could trigger to unfocus your guy, and then now you have more glory to claim the what's it called, the Imperial Favor.
Ready? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
The only drawback, and I noticed this, I think at the end of this round, is if we have 4 full conflicts and there's only 1 ring remaining, and it's like the water ring and everybody's bowed, you neutered the ability on the clan champ. So every one of the clans has a weakness for their abilities, but hers seems like it has a very high ceiling.
You're typically getting 2 rings, right? The worst case scenario, you get 1. Best case scenario, you probably get 3. But I think typically you're going to get 2. So yeah, block again. This dude drawing more cards. Trying to set the trap here.
You only need to go after my stronghold now.
No, I only got 2 broken provinces.
Oh, that's right side up. Okay.
But I do need to defend here just because
that would put me in the lead of the province breaks.
Yeah, it'd just be too tough to be in there.
And now your guy does not have to bow.
Yeah. So mountain does not fall, makes it so like I don't think I'm winning this engagement in any scenario, because we're 4-4. Well, I pumped up by 1, so I'm up 1, but like you're gonna have something.
Banzai!
So, but I don't want to invest, right? Like you don't, if you're in this position that I'm in, you don't want to invest to like win this engagement because you don't get anything for winning. You just need to throw enough to make your life more difficult and have you burn more cards. What happened?
I think you actually played The Mountain Does Not Fall.
So, okay, I think we probably went back on that too. It was like one of those, I play The Mountain Does Not Fall, you play Bonsai, and then...
I did it out of order.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. So, yeah, I win the engagement, but I do not break the province. You had enough defense to prevent that from happening. And 6 defense is hard to break with 1 character.
Yeah, and if you do find enough to break it, I just move, the holding out of the way. Well, I guess at this point it'd be the 3rd one, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, so I go ahead and dishonor your covert character. It's his text that's bothering me, though. The dishonor doesn't really make him...
He gains fate, pays for himself.
Yeah. So this did not net me any more fate than I started with, because I just got 1 out of it. So I don't even know why I played it here. I think I was trying to set up for getting 2 specific types of rings out of the clan champ's special ability.
Yeah, I don't get why you took Water Ring there. Because it's like, if I swing in with water...
Well, the reason I chose Water Ring, like I said, is because I didn't want to try to... the Water Ring is the least value out of what she does at the end of the round.
Well, it guarantees... Like, you can use the Water Ring to ready yourself and then automatically win the Imperial Favor. So, like, there's some value there.
That triggers before...
Yeah, it's an interrupt. So, it says, as a conflict phase ends, interrupt you... ready yourself.
It's not after?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, you would be able to bow, and then you have 4 glory. You steal the favor, and then...
Yeah, okay. That will work.
Whereas like the Fire Ring, I guess you dishonor my my one guy with a couple enhancements there, and then I lose an honor or something. It's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, but you're already back up to 9 honor. You don't care about that.
You do get the card draw, though. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, she comes out.
So I wanted to try and get 1 last attack off?
I think you just wanted the body on the table. Because you did throw the Fate on her.
Yeah, but I want to attack with her.
Yeah, I don't know what attacking does for you. Unless you have pumps.
What?
But you already did your military attacks.
I don't know why I played this character.
Yeah, because you...
I should have just saved the fate until next turn.
Yeah, because then it only costs you 2 to get the same effect. Because you're going to get the ring anyways.
Yeah.
Making me lose an honor doesn't do much. There's no way you're breaking the province because I have the Borderlands defenses. So there's not much of a reason to go in here. You're just losing a fate.
Was I hoping for...
And you show your hand too, right? So you have one less card in your hand. That's one less trick that I have to worry about.
Oh, that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to see if you would move the resource over. So because I wanted to break Shameful Display since it only costs 3. I only need 1 pump because your holding would give it 2+ defense, so you'd have a total of 5. And with so many rings out there, she's a total of 4. And if I have, let's say, an Earth's Grasp or that kimono in my hand, or an Ornate Fan, then I can break it because you don't have an active defender.
Yeah, I do.
So you'd have to put something into play.
Fate.
Yeah, you'd have to put something into play. And so I was just banking on your hand being empty of characters. And they did cap it at 10 characters per conflict, right?
Yeah. So it looks like you didn't even attempt to play a pump though. So like that would make sense if you're trying to bait out for me to play a character.
How did I get you to discard a card?
You just won the ring.
Oh. So I didn't have a pump. Ugh.
Yeah, so the not having a pump is like, okay, then why are you even swinging in there?
Yeah, I thought I had something. I don't know what.
I think it was just to see the body on the table, but probably would have been more prudent to just save the fate.
Full on mistake there. They're really dead. Hindsight shows that I should not have done that. It would have been better to save it for this turn, and get more value out of surprise attack or defense.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm pretty firmly ahead on the board now. I have more fate. I have a bigger guy, and now we're. I'm actually ahead of you.
Are we still on 2 and 2 provinces?
No, it's 3 and 2.
Okay, so you got that third one.
So this is where games are typically decided because you can't attack me now, right? It doesn't matter what you play.
Yeah, and going first is bad for me in this case.
Yeah, any scenario where you attack is just a loss, right? Unless you attack with something like say Hotaru or Toturi and you swing water and you're able to focus out 2 guys, you can never make an attack in this situation because one counter attack and you lose the game. So Focus. It forces you to bow.
Bow, okay.
So now you have to play defensively, which means you risk giving up rings to your opponent and letting your opponent just squeeze you for
and you playing value. This character forces me to really not want to pass. I mean, I have to pass anyway, but
yeah, he soaks honor from people. So he's really good in the dishonor version of Crab. He's okay here. I mean, his stats are fine for what he is, and his abilities whatever. But as far as characters go, I think you're generally just fine with them.
Yeah, double courtier.
Yeah, I just played all the guys I have. I think there's a good case to be made that I could have thrown a fate on each one of them, but it depends on whether I believe I can win the game this turn or not.
So I was hoping for some good conflict cards, playing all 5 of my honor bid.
Yeah, I don't know why I bid 4. That's really dumb. I should just be bidding 5 every time there. Because I'm not putting fate on my guys.
Yeah, and with having 8 honor, there's no way for me to honor bid you out.
Yeah.
So I pacify your big guy, right?
The intimidating Hida.
Yeah.
But I'm showing quite a bit of political strength here.
Yeah, you got the 2 courtiers. That's 4.
The Hida has 2, and then the covert guy, he has an Ornate Fan on him. So that's another 2.
The covert guy's biggest problem is that he gives you guys covert.
Yeah, so you're.
Now, does covert say he has to be participating?
Yeah, so when he's declared as an attacker, you pick one guy without covert, they're out of the way. And so like you only have one big defender too. So like your other twos are both 1/1s right now. So it's one of those things where if you attack, you're losing the game. Yeah. Right? Because then you don't have enough defenses. But even if you don't attack, I lock out your biggest guy. That puts you at only 2 power for defense. And if I just swing everything political, you'd have to have a monster under your stronghold. Like you'd have to specifically have the province that gives +5 attack on political, and even then you might still lose because I have 4 fate. Like I could play other stuff.
Yeah, but with the way the board is, without any political or conflict cards being able to swing one way or the other, you would win with either military or political attack.
Well, military only.
So my only hope here is to lock you down with at least the water ring.
Yeah, so then I just say I got Miyamoto's Fury.
And the Fury wins you the game. Easily. I mean, you probably won anyway, but now there's no challenge, no contest, and I start scooping.
Yeah.
So, so now you know you see the Phoenix are pretty good, but they require a specific type of deck build. Obviously, the Crabs seem to know their number if they've got the tricks, and I like the way both decks played.
Yeah, this version of Crab is better. The Dishonor Crab is awful. I hate playing that deck because you're not really playing. You're just trying to survive. This one you'll be more proactive.
Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time for Conflicting Dynasties.